Everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the incredibly talented singer, but he's actually known as an actor, Mr. Robert Craighead. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how are you?
Fantastic. I know you know everybody, but we're going to go through it quick. So say hi to our cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hey
Hi.
Ron, I love the tie.
Thank you. I'm sorry about that, but in the accident they said I got a concussion. And now I believe it because I'm telling you, I love getting in the car. I think I've lost it. No, really. I think it's time for me to just go to a nursing home in Palm Springs with all the actors. And sit around with the actors and talk about the old days, whatever we can still remember.
Then we got Chad Murphy, the man behind the board. So hold on, let me just say hi to everybody real quick. Say hi to Chad Murphy, the man behind the board.
Robert, welcome back, sir.
Hey, fantastic. How you doing, Chad?
Doing well. Good to have you back.
And there's a chat room full of people, so say hey to everybody in the chat room.
Hey, everybody in the chat room.
And speaking of Free Willy, so Free Willy is kind of like a bluegrass country artist, like bluegrass Americana-ish, kind of like country artist. He's a really cool guy, and you have a film coming out, a short called Amazing Grace. I saw it on your IMDb. I don't know if it hasn't been done yet. I think it's in pre-production.
No, we haven't filmed it yet, right? Yeah.
But if you need a song, Free Willy's got a song called Amazing Gracie. And it's really good, and you'd probably like him because you're a country artist, so you'll actually like him a lot. He's the #1 country artist in the world on Reverb Nation, and it's a very different kind of country. So
his music is not shit kicking; it's country, but with the
hee-haw kind of like country.
I don't know what it is, but it's really very interesting.
It's got a mix of bluegrass, because there's always banjos.
Oh, I love bluegrass. Yeah. I did a show that was on bluegrass music.
I'm going to send you a link. I'll email you a link to his stuff, and you can listen to it and see what you think, because he's a really cool guy.
Yeah, no, we haven't started into production on that. We're still in pre-production, looking at starting shooting sometime in January. Yeah.
So I want to say, compared to not including the last time 3 weeks ago, but the last time you were on our show, I was like, oh, you have some really impressive credits, and your acting career is really going places. And since then, in the last year, you went from just kind of going places to now you're getting up there in the really big superstar-y status with the shit that you're getting in.
Well, I don't know about superstar.
I want to say congratulations. Well, first of all, Too Close to Home is the freaking bomb of a show. It's the greatest show ever. And we've had Alfred Trevette on a couple weeks ago, and what a cool guy he was. We had a great time with him.
Love Alpha.
And we had Brett George on last year when we had you on, and the show is fantastic. I mean, it's especially because I'm not used to drama from Tyler Perry.
Oh, you're not. Because you're mostly the Medea.
Because I always see all the Medea and all the Boo and all the funny stuff, And that guy Brock O'Hearn, he could have been like Aquaman. I think he's one of the coolest looking, really gorgeous, young Hollywood people that's out there now.
And Brock O'Hearn is one of the sweetest guys in the world too. I mean, absolutely a sweetheart.
I've been asked many questions from people, and the one question I get is when they say, "Who is the best drag queen or your favorite drag queen?" And I say Medea.
I will let Tyler.
Tell Tyler that. You froze. I hate this show. I really hate this. I want to go back to movies in Hollywood like I used to.
Chad, what happened, you think?
He froze.
What do you mean? Man. What do I think?
Do we think do we lose him, or is he just frozen, or what?
It kind of feels like the last time.
Yeah, that just stinks.
It must be his equipment that's for
You know what the cool thing about it is that he's always smiling when it freezes.
I know, isn't that funny? I'll just have to edit all this stuff together, and we'll do it again. I'll have to edit all together and put little pieces together, because I think I still have the pieces from the last time too, and we'll have to edit some of it together, because he's such a cool guy. It's not even funny.
He is cool.
Does he show that he's still online or no?
It looks like it's going through the same thing.
All right, so he'll be calling back in a minute, and then I'll get another little section of stuff.
And it's not us, folks. It's his.
Yeah, it's definitely not us.
It's usually us.
You gotta
blame it on him, Chad. Don't make it look like it's us.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it used to be us, but lately we've been rocking and rolling.
It used to be us, but now it's not.
Chad, it's only a lie. Chad, it's only a lie if you say it.
No.
But if I say his equipment is crap and you don't say anything, then you're not lying. Got it?
No, I don't got it.
Well, good. Get it? Because it's important.
Got it, get it, gone.
Because this show is so friggin' crappy that I'm on this Jimmy Star shit show.
Right?
Everything breaks down. He abuses me. He steps on my jokes. I have never worked so hard in my life.
I didn't step on any today.
No, yeah.
He's doing good.
But I mean, I work 2 hours a week. Seems like forever. Struggling. You know, I'm used to scripts and professionals and everything works fine and it's a movie camera. I'm used to that stuff.
That's okay.
I'm not used to looking at a computer with an umbrella light on me, blinding.
Welcome to the bottom, baby.
You better believe it, the bottom. Oh, geez, it can't get any lower than this. We would be doing silent movies.
We can take that.
With you turning the handle on the camera.
I can turn everything black and white and kill the sound. If you want.
That might be a better show.
All right.
Listen to him. That's terrible, you guys. That's not nice.
Sorry. I like the Jimmy Star Show.
Especially since we're getting a lot of plays.
Especially when
as long as we knock our show, it's okay. Anybody else knocks our show, I'll knock them right on their ass.
Oh, shit.
You know, we have better than 4 million people, crazy people, coming in every week to listen to our bullshit.
That's
and
cool.
from all over the world. I just got a text message before we went on the air. Who is it? This new that came in?
I don't know.
Another
Somebody from Australia.
Another country came in.
You gotta love the whole thing.
Yeah, they keep coming in as fans of ours, of mine, not really Jimmy's, but my. I have so many fans in the UK. The UK people love me.
Actually, the UK is a big thing for us.
I know, because they think I'm crazy, and everybody in the UK is crazy because they speak funny.
They don't speak funny.
Yes, they do. They speak like English.
Well, that's not funny that's funny to us, but that's not funny to them.
But if they were normal, they speak American. But anyway, so we have a lot of fans all over the country, and they're all sweet people.
Yeah, he's getting ready to call back again.
I don't get any evil people on my, websites or anything.
All right. And
it just keeps popping up, guys. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. I'm going to piece this one together. So
Okay.
we're going to see what we can do. I'm going to piece all these little pieces together, and we'll get something good going on. So, so we're talking about how great your career is going, and I want to talk about Hulu, man, because now I have not seen the whole season. I watched the first 4 episodes, 2 yesterday and 2 this morning. And so I've seen you.
So you got just to the part where I come in.
Yeah,
right?
I just got to the part where you come in. But everybody, first of all, the name of the show is called Future Man. It's a Hulu original series created by who's it created? Somebody really big, Seth Rogen or somebody big,
Seth
right?
Rogen and Evan Goldberg are the executive producers. It's written by Ariel Shafir and Kyle Hunter, produced by Ben Carlin as well. He's a showrunner, and they did a lot of Seth Rogen's movies, like This Is the End.
I love This Is the End.
Yeah,
I love This Is the End. Like, especially when they brought the Backstreet Boys in, I was like, that was just hilarious. I loved it.
I loved it when they had Tatum Channing on the leash and everything.
Yeah. So you play Detective Vincent Skarsgård. So first of all, you guys, the film, the star of the film is Josh Hutcherson. I mean, he's like everybody knows, Hunger Games and all that kind of stuff. It's also got Derek Wilson, Eliza Coupe, Haley Joel Osment, Ed Begley Jr. Those are all names of people you actually know. Who's the guy who plays Wolf or Fox or whatever his name is?
That is Derek. That is Derek Wilson. Who is
okay? That's Derek Wilson. Okay, so I didn't want to leave him out in case because he's like hilarious.
Oh, he's fantastic. He's also on the series that Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen produced called Preacher. Or he was. I think he got killed off in the first season, I believe.
Actually, that's supposed to be really good. I haven't seen that, but that's supposed to be a really good show.
Yeah, that's another one that Seth and Evan have done. And they brought Derek over to do this show, and he's just fantastic.
So this show, because it's kind of like so stupid that it's funny. I mean, because it's really, really wild writing that you would never get. Now, Ron hasn't seen it yet, but basically, you guys, Josh Hutcherson plays like this kid who's like a whiz at video games, and he wins a video game, and the people from the video game come thinking that he's going to be the savior because he's like going to be like this superhero, like savior guy who can save the world from.
That's a copycat show.
Oh, hang on. No, from.
Well, it's a takeoff of The Last Starfighter. It's kind of like a parody.
They even mentioned that.
Terminator, Back to the Future.
No, the basis of the story was Tommy. You remember Tommy, 1970-something? He was
the pinball wizard.
Pinball wizard to save the world. And then he wound up banging, what's her name?
You have to talk closer to the mic.
Oh, I don't care. Nobody listens. He wound up banging. Who was the star of that?
I don't know. I never saw
Oh,
it.
the one that fell off the ladder and busted her face, and then they fixed her up. The redhead from Vegas. Elvis Presley. She sang.
Anne Margaret.
Margaret. She was the one that was screaming, Tommy.
No, but wait, because this is like really funny actually. First of all, they're trying to save the world from this scientist guy who is trying to develop a cure for herpes because he got herpes the night the men walked on the moon the first time or whatever, and so they're trying to stop it. And it just gets funnier as you go along because even though he's a video game whiz, he doesn't know how to do anything in real life. And when the people from the future come back and they need to get energized, they fuck each other, to get energy. I mean, it's like really
That's
like
called
funny.
Charging.
Yeah, it's called charging, and that's how they charge is they fuck each other, and it's just hilarious. I mean, it's really, really funny. You gotta see it.
Did you swallow a motor by any chance?
No.
Last week and this week, you've been going 100 miles an hour.
I can't help it because I really like this
series.
series.
Are you on codeine?
No, I'm not.
Cough syrup?
What is
last
the
week
motor?
it was
Huh? Motor.
a motor.
Like a motor, like because I become like motor mouth because.
How do you say it in English? In Brooklyn, it's called a motor. What is it?
Motor.
Motor.
Okay.
Motor.
Down in Texas, it's called a motor.
Oh
Motor.
no! This show comes from the east, so it's Brooklyn. Motor.
No, but everybody really
motor
like
mouth. You never heard the expression motor
yes,
mouth?
I have.
Motor mouth. Yeah, motor mouth.
You guys, it's a very,
you didn't answer
funny
my
show.
Are you on
No,
cough?
I'm not. I didn't take cough. Last week I took coughs because I had the flu.
Didn't shut up for 1 minute. He was ranting like an old Nelly Queen. I mean, he was going on and on and on.
No, I didn't, but I'm really psyched because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it because I saw the trailer and then I watched the first 10 minutes and it didn't catch me, but then after 20 minutes it caught me, and then once I started getting into it because I like all that pop culture references and all this stuff.
Right, and it gets even better as you go along because I think what happened was, as the writers were getting to know the actors. They started writing for them. It was like my character was originally only supposed to be on 2 episodes. I mean, they'd signed me on to do a 2-episode guest star, and then they just kept adding stuff for me, and so it was just like a glove. Everything fit, and so that's what happened. And the show gets better and better as it goes along in the later episodes. Yeah.
No,
The last time I heard that expression, it fit like a glove, was when I was about 22 years old. One of my friends got married, and she was a girl that got married. And somebody said, "How was the honeymoon night?" And she said, "Oh, it fit like a glove." So her husband was probably fist fucking her with a glove.
Oh my God!
No,
I don't know.
What is this show rated anyway?
Oh, we're rated X,
triple X,
and beyond the star X.
No, there's a funny scene.
Why do you think we have 4.5 million people watching?
Yeah, if we were normal, well, nobody would ever pay any attention.
Everyone's a scoundrel.
Did you go to USC?
No, my daughter did. Yes.
Good school.
All my money went to USC because.
That's a good school, though.
Very proud of her. She graduated there with a master's degree in psychology, and right now she is a certified board behavioral therapist or analyst for children with autism. So
that's awesome.
Wonderful. I graduated school with a general discount or a discharge.
Oh, we're going back to the discharging. Speaking of discharges, that's what one of the funniest things that caught me about this show is that the cure that Keith David, his character, is finding for herpes is through possum semen. And so
the hell you get semen from a possum?
Well, you hook a little tube up there, I guess, and you
it's hilarious.
You gotta watch the show, Ron.
You gotta watch it. It's very funny.
You know what it is Jimmy doesn't turn it on for me. He does it privately.
No, that's not.
No, Jimmy takes a bath every night, like a 12-hour bath. I think he has romantic bath moods.
No, I don't.
Bathtub.
I like to watch. I watch my iPad.
I don't know what he does because he doesn't like documentaries.
He likes to watch documentaries at night.
Last night I watched one of my favorite shows, Oak Island, about the treasure.
Me too. I love that show.
Treasure. I love it to pieces. And Jimmy's mentality can't do a documentary because it's too above for him. He likes
I
shows.
love that show.
Oh, he likes shows where possums come and saves the world.
So does he. No, like.
So do I. Believe me, it pays my bills.
I'm gonna watch it, and when you come back on, I'm gonna talk about it.
No, first of all, like there's fun cultural references that everybody will love. There's like a scene where like they're doing a dance-off. They go back in time and they're in 1969, and Josh Hutcherson starts dancing in a dance-off with the other guy who's the young version of the guy who has herpes. I forgot his name. What's his name? Dr.
Keith
something.
David, Dr. Cronin.
Yeah, I knew it was Keith David. Yeah.
I bet people that have herpes hate that show because you're making fun of somebody that today you can't do shit.
No, anything you do,
no, let me tell you something. Anything you do today, if you sprain your ankle and you walk with a limp, they're going to report you and say he's making fun of people that can't walk straight.
He's making fun of people who have a limp.
Exactly.
No, wait, but
wait a minute. Point. But if you're gay and somebody is in a movie and they say faggot or they act like a fag, we have not the right to say they're insulting us. That's what cracks me up. Right? Today with Happy Holiday. Bullshit. I don't do Happy Holiday. I just sent out all my Hanukkah things today to all my Jewish friends. I think enough. I'm Christian.
Oh, okay. Well, Merry Christmas.
I like my Jewish friends enough to take the time to individually wish them a happy Hanukkah.
There you go.
Not yell happy holiday to every fucking person in the world. And the same thing with Merry Christmas.
That encompasses everything when you say happy holidays, I think.
But I'm not wishing everybody a happy because I don't give a shit about the other ones.
Okay.
I don't know anybody.
Well, I mean, when you're in general stating it out to the public and you say happy holidays.
I don't know anybody that's of the other whatever it is that we're supposed to be holidaying. I mean, I'm 77. All I've ever known for 75 years is Jewish and Christian. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. I don't know what the other ones are. I can't even tell you now what they are.
Kwanzaa.
So why should I wish them
Yes,
happy?
Kwanzaa.
What the fuck is Kwanzaa?
That's one of them. Yeah.
Anyway, I want to go back. Because people like this, and I want people to watch this show. First of all, is it scheduled for a second season? Is there going to be a second season?
We haven't heard about it yet. Of course, I wouldn't be one of the first ones to know. I mean, I'm like a little farther. I'm a recurring guest star. I'm in like 6 of the 13 episodes. However, in the very last episode, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but I am in the last scene of the last episode. So
I love it. So there's a scene where they do it.
That's the cliffhanger?
That's a cliffhanger. It is a cliffhanger.
There is a scene where they do a dance-off. I bring this up because they do a dance-off, and it's between Keith David's young character and Josh Hutcherson back in 1969. And they're doing all these different dances, and Josh Hutcherson's doing like dances that are more modern. And then he does the Michael Jackson moonwalk, and everybody's like freaking out about it. And then you see a guy get on the phone and call Tito Jackson saying, "Hey, Tito, you know that new dance you were looking for, Michael, let me tell you, this is it. I found it," or whatever. And it was hilarious. And I particularly liked it because I've worked with Tito Jackson before, and he's like a total dick, and I just thought it was funny.
Well, that was a takeoff of Back to the Future.
Yes, absolutely.
When he's calling Chuck Berry.
When Elvis Presley went on the Ed Sullivan Show, they told the camera people, keep it above his waist.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Moves, gyrates his body. Now, back in those days, if Michael Jackson went on Ed Sullivan and grabbed his dick while he's singing, America would have died. They would have killed Ed Sullivan, shot Michael Jackson. I mean, they would have hung everybody from trees. I mean, really.
Nowadays, they say, instead of saying keep the camera on his face, they'd say keep your camera on his crotch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's exactly
and if the crotch ain't big enough, find your banana. We gotta get this going. We gotta get this going.
Who was that? Who was the rock and roll star that says if you want to be a rock and roll? I think it was Robert Plant. If you want to be a rock and roll star, you got to learn how to dance with a banana in your pants.
Exactly. Yes. So when people say to me, "Oh, we've come a long way," I say, yes, we have come a long way, but I think we took the wrong road. Because a show like mine back in the 50s would never, ever have been. They would have killed me. They would have said I was a disgusting, vulgar, old, degenerate man. I guess I am still.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that a good description of me? But
But
anyway,
we have come a long way. See, let's see what you're saying.
I don't think we've come a long way because we've taken the wrong road. We've taken the road to vulgarity, to
Oh, well, yeah. In some instances.
grossness, like that movie that Jimmy loves and everybody loves with the caterpillar.
Oh, and everybody doesn't love it. I just
Well,
love
that
it.
horrible, filthy film.
Oh,
What
I
is
really
it?
Human Centipede. Did you ever see the Human Centipede?
No, I haven't seen that.
Don't
yet.
Don't. It's
Okay.
the most disgraceful, disgusting, inhumane, creepy crap I've ever.
I'm surprised too that you don't know it because you have done a bunch of horror movies. You've done
But
several.
Ron,
Yes,
Ron,
thanks.
I am open to every aspect, any genre of film, television, music, sexual preference, orientation of religion. You have to open yourself up like that.
I'm very open. Nobody's more open than me for mine. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm
Except
all over.
no Human Centipede movie.
Oh, well, if you know what.
Do you know what it's about? Okay, so because I actually before I married Ron and before Ron was on the show, we had the whole cast, the guy who wrote it, the star of it, everybody on, and basically it's a horror movie about a sick doctor who is trying to create a human centipede, and what he does is he kidnaps two guys and a girl, and he has the guy at the front. And then he has the girl, and he sews her mouth to his ass. And then the next girl gets her mouth sewed to his ass. And then they feed the guy in the front. And when he goes to the bathroom, he feeds everybody else.
Now, excuse me, sir. Now, you tell me that's film. Now, you tell me it should have been nominated for an Academy Award.
No, that should
Now
have
you
been
tell
nominated
me
for
about
an
it.
And they've
Academy
made 3 of them. The second one the first one was a 3-person human centipede. The second one was a 12-person human centipede. And
Whoa.
the third one, they went to a prison and sewed everybody in the prison together. So there's like 60 people, and that's how they like killed the inmates.
Okay. Now, you don't think that we took a wrong
Oh,
road?
I've got to see this. I've got to see this.
Oh, no. I couldn't see. I wouldn't watch it. I couldn't.
I think they should do a remake.
Already?
Yeah, with you at the end.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Hey, if you're at the
Hey.
beginning, it's okay because
A
then
remake of
if
that-
you're at the beginning, you get to eat the solid
They
food.
should have
It
arrested.
depends upon what kind of solid food you're eating, I guess. I
Oh, they
don't
were
know.
feeding him steak, but there wasn't steak when the girls got it.
Yeah.
They should arrest the writer of that and put him away. He needs to be hospitalized. He needs to be medicated. He needs to be.
You know what? I think I did see a Halloween costume like that. Actually, there was like 3
Well,
people
Yeah.
that had.
More morons.
That's it. So let's talk real quick about because you have done several fun. I like cheesy horror movies. I call them cheesy. It's not meant to be like offensive. Like you have
Those are my favorite kind.
Two Lava Tarantula. We had Steve Gutenberg on the show, and I've actually met Martin Cove and Michael Winslow. They've never been on the show. Those are that's like a fun one. And you did Damn Sharks. I mean, you have some like ones that are like kind of like made for TV B-roll horror movies that are like they're kind of like so bad that they're good.
Well,
Yeah, Damn Sharks was a very, very tongue-in-cheek, one of those like Sharknado type movies that I did for Sci-Fi Channel like
Fun.
year before last. Yeah.
It is fun. It's so stupid. It's fun.
Exactly. And it's like the CGI is so bad that it's funny, you know.
Basically vulgar. You know, it's not disgracefully vulgar. I saw a movie not long ago in the movies where the guy was sitting on a toilet bowl wiping his ass. I mean, really, do we have to go to the movies and see that? You saw the movie I'm talking about. He's looking. He's out of doors in his country house or log cabin.
That was it's an Academy Award nominated movie.
They
The one that
nominated-
Tom Ford did.
Yeah.
I forgot last year. It was
They-
one of
they
the Academy
nominated-
Awards.
nominated him for being only a one-swipe guy. He cleaned up in one swipe, so he
Hey
got
man, if that's how you have to get an Academy Award nomination, hey, I'm ready to wipe.
It was
You know,
called
Well-
I'm kidding.
Nocturnal Animals. It was called Nocturnal Animals.
Oh yeah. Very
So
good.
you know, I think
It was a good movie.
I
We saw
think-
it twice.
I think we've gone too far. I think we need to bring back some of the whatever it was we had in the 50s and 60s and 70s.
Well, but you know what, Ron? It's like there's such an open, so many variations and different things available to you. Each person can have their choice on an individual basis of what they want to watch. Like Jimmy wants to watch The Human Centipede, and you want to watch Oak Island, and I mean, the same way with me at my house. My wife likes to watch The Housewives of New Jersey, and and I like to watch stupid horror movies.
I agree.
But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about. I mean, of course, I believe in freedom of everything. I'm gay. You have to. You can't be gay and not.
You're what?
I'm gay. Gay, a big fairy. You cannot be gay and be prejudiced because it doesn't work. You're only making fun of yourself or hating yourself.
That would.
So I'm open to everything, but what I'm trying to say is I miss some of the elegance. I miss I miss tablecloths in restaurants. Yeah. I miss napkins. I miss women that look divine and gentlemen.
He misses butter when they used to put it on a plate and give it to you, as opposed to these little packets that you gotta open.
I can't even open the fucking things. Jimmy has to open them for me.
And when everyone would have to wear a tie, like you, to get on a plane.
Yes.
Well, not necessarily that far, but I would love it if some of the elegance remained. That's something, like you said, we want diversity or variety. Let's have variety. We don't all have to be sloppy, dirty with beards and tattoos and rings in our nose. That's nice if you want to do that. But there should be a group of people who want to look like Cary Grant and dress elegantly.
I think there are. There are out here.
Wait, not where we are. They're all hillbillies here. They all get off a cow. They don't even ride horses here. They ride cows.
We live in Pennsylvania. You got to remember, it's terrible.
Farmland.
Oh, I see. Well, you know what? The thing is that Hollywood. It brings all the beautiful people out here. That's what happens.
Yes.
Well, I'm not there yet, so you can't make that statement.
You're one of the beautiful people, though. That's definitely.
We're gonna be there.
We'll be there. February 1st, we'll be living in Palm Springs, back home.
Fantastic.
I cannot wait to get back home. I cannot wait.
So let's go with, so you got movies, you got music. You also
got a new movie that's coming out that is playing right now in theaters in the Midwest. It's a Western.
Is that Painted Woman?
That's Painted Woman, yeah. And it's getting so much notoriety from critics and from people that have gone to see it. Everyone loves it. It's won a lot of awards at film festivals. I even won a Best Actor award.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Good for you. Congratulations.
I was so proud of that.
If you really want that film to be today, the Painted Woman should be a transsexual.
Well, actually, it's very good timing because with the Me Too movement going on, that's kind of what it's about. It's about a woman becoming empowered at the turn of the century, which women really didn't have many rights at the turn of the century in the 1890s. And I play like the Harvey Weinstein of 1899, and I control this woman, and I'm probably one of the most despicable characters I've ever played in my life, and I loved every second of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Playing a bitch or a bastard is the best.
So it also, you guys, it stars Matt Dallas, and if you guys remember him, he's Kyle from Kyle XY, which I used to love that show.
Yeah.
And it's also got Kiowa Gordon, and she was part of the Wolfpack.
He was in Twilight.
Yeah, and on the Twilight movies. Yep.
Yeah. And then Steph Dawson, who is the Painted Woman, the star of the film, is from the Hunger Game movies. And which she knew Josh Hutcherson, and it was interesting because she came on set while we were shooting to visit me, and it was like our little mini reunion.
Oh, that's how cool is that?
Yeah, very cool, very cool. And our makeup artist, Nicoletta Scarlatta, was also the makeup artist for all of the Hunger Game movies, and so it was like a great little.
I love the Hunger Game movies.
Reunited.
I love the Hunger Game movies.
I do too.
They're like fun. Okay, so then you got Painted Woman coming out, which congratulations again for getting the whole Best Actor thing, and that was at the Wild Bunch Film Festival. I wrote it down.
Wild Bunch, yeah, it's all Western Film Festival in Arizona, and the film won Best Film, Best Director, Best Actress, also had Child Actor and Child Actress.
There you go.
Well, it sounds intelligent, and I think Hollywood maybe once in a while likes an intelligent script.
This is a movie you would like, Ron.
I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it.
And it also stars, I can't forget the hero, David Thomas Jenkins. He's probably one of the most handsome guys around right now. So.
No, he's not. I am, but if you think so.
I said one of, Ron.
One of. Yeah, well, I'm number one of. You got to say Ron Russell is number one of some of the handsomest men around.
There you go. So also, one thing I didn't know that you did, because I didn't know you did video games, and like so you play a character in the Tomb Raider video game.
I am the main villain in Tomb Raider. I play Father Matthias. You have to kill me to win that game, and it's mostly
kill a priest. So... Kill a priest.
No, I'm like this cult leader on an island, and anyway, I play in the beginning. I play like this meek, mild guy to get them to come, and then the real me comes out. This sort of asshole. You know? Oh. But anyway,
so like when you do a video game, is it like doing a movie? I mean, you're actually acting out a character, right?
Yes. I mean, what these are motion capture. So what they do is you wear these suits and they put the little ping pong balls all over you, and the dots on your face, and you're in a volume. So it's kind of like doing theater back when you didn't have, I mean, like when you're in training in theater and you don't have really any props or a set, you're in a rehearsal process, and so you're in a volume, and you're surrounded by 360 cameras all around you, and then you also have cameras and microphones shooting your facial movements, and you're acting with people in an environment that's not there. And so
that sounds like so much fun.
Sounds like they should pay you a lot. I mean, to put balls on you and get photographed by 365 cameras. I mean, please, I hope they gave you a ton of money.
Well, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you, and I could get in trouble for saying this, but for as much money, these video games make more than your biggest blockbuster movie.
Absolutely.
And you make less as an actor, or I don't know, maybe... Well, because you don't have residuals. There are no residuals. You get paid one time. That's it. So,
did you buy your game? Did you buy your own game?
No, they did give me one. I can't play those games, so I give them to my my little nieces and nephews or whatever. Not in this case, it was a nephew. But yeah, no, I can't. I couldn't even get to the part where I come in. You know, I come in near the beginning. But yeah, I also have a new video game that I've been working on for the last. These things take so long, for the last 2.5 years for Sony PlayStation, that'll come out after the first of the year. I still can't say what it is.
Oh, okay.
But if for the video gamers out there, they'll probably know it's from Sony PlayStation, and it is the biggest, most up to date and technologically advanced video game to come out yet from Sony PlayStation, and it'll be coming out probably.
What's Sony PlayStation's biggie?
I don't know.
I know the other one is Zelda, and
I love that though. So hold on.
Zelda made a fortune of money.
He likes Zelda.
The video game Zelda. That's been going on for 20 years.
Do you have an action figure for any of your movies or games?
For Tomb Raider, I do. Yeah.
Do you really?
I don't have one in here right now. But I did. I bought a bunch of them. I ordered them. They're like these little Japanese type.
I collect action figures of everybody who's been on the show, so I didn't know you had one. So like if how do I find it? If I go on eBay, can I Google it? Will it come up?
Yeah, look up Tomb Raider, Father Matthias.
Father Matthias. Okay,
Father
that's
Matthias.
Exciting as hell. I love that.
I get nothing from it, so.
Why is that? That's your image. You're supposed to be paid for your image.
Oh, because actually, it's the character that they created. You know, if they actually used my image, but these are like the funny little.
That's how they got around.
I love that.
But wait a minute.
You have to get a Funko Pop of yourself.
I just gave Jimmy for Christmas Aquaman. Now that looks exactly like the actor.
Now he is making money off of that, unless he signs some kind of.
It's his image. It's his image.
That's from a movie,
so
not a video game.
in other words, if we got your doll, we wouldn't know it was you. It doesn't look like you.
Oh yeah, it looks like you.
Well, I mean, it'll kind of look like me, but I mean, like the video game. Well, the Aquaman is a movie. A video game is not. even though it may look a lot like you, there are adjustments made and alterations made so that for your character. So it's like I was bald-headed, and I can't remember. Well, and this new one, I'm a dwarf. A little blue dwarf.
Hint.
And, so,
That's not your image.
not my image.
How tall are you? You're really big, right?
I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, I figured you were like a big guy in real life.
Well, there's guys that are a lot bigger, like Brock O'Hearn you were talking about earlier. He's 6'8".
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And working opposite him is like, oh my God.
Well, I'm totally
Give me
gonna
an
like
apple
tweet to him.
box. Give me that quick.
I'm gonna totally tweet to him. And see if
we
can
have
get
a
him to
friend
come on the
that's
show.
really tall, very tall.
Yeah. If you want to get Brock on the show, I'll talk to Brock about it.
Absolutely.
Oh, by
I'd
the
love to
way,
have him.
I wanted to tell you, Amanda Wiss sends her love to both of you.
We love
Man,
her.
We love her so much.
She's so fab. It's so funny because we had her on the show, and I'm such a horror movie fanatic. Like I have every horror movie. I know whether it's a B, C, D, E. Like I know everything, and I used to go to all those conventions and stuff. So when we had her on the show, Ron knew she was in Nightmare on Elm Street, but he didn't know who she was. So he's just talking to her because we haven't gotten to the conversation. And he was like, "Do you know that Nightmare on Elm Street when they have the girl and she's in the bed and the thing comes up and claws her?" He's like, "That was the scariest, terrible thing ever." And she was,
I said when he put his hand through the mattress and grabbed her.
Oh,
she was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Yeah, that was me."
And then she tells me
I
that
know it was
her.
scary.
And I said, "Oh my God, I can't believe that was you." And this is not staged. I didn't stay it as a pre-you thing. That scared the hell out of me. That was scary.
I love her. I love her.
I love
work.
her too. She's sweet pie.
She is fabulous.
She told me she told me to tell you guys when she saw I was going to be on the show to tell you hello and that she.
That's good. Tell her back, and we love her to death.
We're gonna have her back.
Yeah, we'll have her back. She's fun.
We bring a lot of people back, but like in 6 months, But we're definitely.
Well, actually, this is like 1 year for me, other than the 3 weeks ago, whenever it kind of messed up. But
some of the.
You have to bring the ones that people liked. I go by how many views they get. Like your last show got 3 million or something plays on it, so like that's good. And so if you get 3 million plays, if you only get 500,000 plays, you probably don't get to come back.
But you know something? Now wait a second, Fran Drescher. What do you think her hits were? Give me an idea what range you think Fran Drescher, the nannies, hits were on our show.
When was she on there?
About a year and a half ago? A year ago?
Not even.
It was at least a year ago.
Maybe.
I'd say maybe 6-7 million.
What were they?
It was terrible. It was like
I was so disappointed.
Like maybe a million.
Because I love her so much. And
me too.
To seeing her, and I thought she would blow the records to death. No, she didn't get a big hit.
Have you ever had my friend Dee Wallace on the show?
We haven't had her on, but I've met her a bunch of times. She's friends with the guy who owns our radio station.
Oh, okay. Well, you should have Dee on.
We could have Dee on. She's fab. She's so nice. I met her at a convention in St. Louis.
Yeah. I've been friends with Dee since. Oh my God, she probably doesn't want me to say, but I think
long time.
1981 is when we.
No,
met.
I love her.
She was 12.
Yes, she was 12, and I was 14. No.
Actually,
That's how you get away with it.
Do you know John Barrowman? Are you familiar with John Barrowman? John Barrowman is on Arrow. He's on the TV show Arrow. He plays the bad guy on Arrow. All the
one
different
of
seasons.
our favorite stars.
And anyway, he was also in Doctor Who and Torchwood. He played like Captain Jack Harkness in Torchwood. And so that's our biggest show. Yeah, that's what everybody has to like strive.
Wow.
We're trying to. That's 10 million plays.
He's our favorite.
Plays. My God. Well, maybe I get you Brock O'Hearn on here. He has like 3 million followers on.
Oh, he'll have a lot of plays just because he's like hot like Aquaman.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like how he got all of his followers was he did a video of himself putting his his long hair up into a man bun and showing how to put your hair in a man bun. Of course, he did it with his shirt off, and he had something like 200 or 300 million views on YouTube. So,
when John Barrowman was on our show, he opened our show tongue kissing a rubber woman blow up doll.
Wow.
So you know why he got those hits. Anybody that saw that, they stayed with the show. Nobody went.
I'm going to have to remember that next time I'm on the show.
I was hysterical. I couldn't. He wanted to get us because he knew that we're crazy and that we would get him. So he did it to get. He's a sweetheart of a friend anyway.
How about a flying pig, huh?
No, you got a tongue kiss.
Oh, there you go.
See,
that worked perfect.
The ratings, look, the ratings just
We're
went
gonna
up.
get 1 million plays for that.
But I couldn't stop laughing for like 5 minutes of the show. I mean, he cracked me up, and he kept going with his tongue and rolling his eye like he was so enjoying a woman blow-up doll.
So we got to do a quick recap because we're going to have to go in a second. So first of all, you guys, this is Robert Craighead. You can follow him on Twitter. It's at Robert Craighead. You definitely want to watch Future Man. It's on Hulu. Pay for Hulu. It's like $10 a month. It's so worth it because you get to watch everything on.
You could actually get the first month free if you want to try it out.
So get the first month free, and then you can watch the whole show in 2 days.
Binge watch 13 episodes. I come in on episode 4.
There you go. You guys want to watch Too Close to Home if you haven't seen it? It's great. He's also Robert's also been on the TV show New Girl, which is a huge hit. He's got a cheesy horror movie called Damn Sharks. That's a lot of fun. Look out for Painted Woman. It's going to be so it's not everywhere yet. So it'll probably
be out on video and on video on demand, I believe, on February 6th. Also coming in January on video on demand and DVD is The Tiger Hunter, starring Danny Pudi, John Heder, Kevin Pollak, Karen David. It's a wonderful film set in the 1970s about a young Indian man who comes to America to seek his fame and fortune. And I have a nice little role in that as well.
Was John Heder cool? Was John Heder cool? He's like the coolest guy ever.
Danny Pudi, everybody on the show. Leena Khan, the director, she's from India, is a wonderful director, and she's made a beautiful film.
Okay, on a personal note.
Yes, sir.
You're making money hand over fist. What do you buy your wife as a little gift with this money, or are you a selfish prick that keeps it all for yourself?
Well, right now, and the reason we weren't able to do the show 3 weeks ago is we're doing an addition onto the house. We're making a big master suite with 2 walk-in closets and a master.
That's not hers. You've got to go. You must go to Tiffany and go in and have the man help you out to get you a little bubble. A little bit of diamond never hurt anybody. And I think
she'll love hearing that.
She's going to like that.
I want her to be my friend like you're my friend. I just don't want you to be my friend. But I think that when a man makes this kind of money, he should give his wife a little surprise gift.
Actually, though, I'd like a big master bedroom with 2 walk-in closets.
I'm doing this to get a little Tiffany from you.
There you go.
You know, I have to tell you something. I don't get paid doing this show. I've been on this show for 5 years now. Every week. I don't get paid.
Wonderful fringe benefits, though. It's
bullshit. That's what you think. He's an old man. What fringe benefits? That's the guy with the man bun and the nude. That's a benefit. What, this old crow? Are you kidding? I gotta prop him up and blow smoke up his ass to get him to move.
You better correct all that.
No,
now.
I'm not. I wouldn't mind.
So you're editing that out, right?
If he went to Tiffany and bought me a little diamond wristwatch, $35,000, I wouldn't mind.
It's not coming. Not this year.
That's what I heard 5 years ago.
Oh, well, we're working on it.
When we got married.
All right, everybody. So we got to wrap this up.
Who's your wife? I know we discussed it, but I don't remember. Is she in the biz?
No, she is actually a very successful business person herself. She's like basically a vice president of a healthcare company
so she should buy you a bauble.
That's what I said.
Exactly.
Stepped on my joke, Jimmy.
Oh, well.
I was going to say, screw her from Tiffany's. Better buy you something.
Yeah, she's very successful.
How many years you married?
32 years.
God bless you. That's wonderful. That's beautiful. And children, you have 2?
Oh, I have one child, my daughter, who went to USC. And,
right.
And she gave us a grandson who just turned 2 years old last week.
So much fun then with a 2-year-old. Christmas has got to be a blast.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to it because, I mean, he was just like the other day. It was the first time he was talking about Santa Claus, and you know, my daughter said, "What does Santa Claus say?" And he goes, "Ho ho ho."
That's
So, he's just now getting.
I'm glad that you're keeping Santa Claus in his life. So many young people today say we don't lie to our child, and we could never lie. I think that's such jerks. Santa Claus is one of the most
depriving that kid of
delightful
the imagination and the magic.
Absolutely.
Did you know, when I was very little, I swear to God, I got up out of bed and I went in my mother and father's room and I said, I hear bells on the roof and there are hooves. I can hear Santa's on our roof. That's how weird it was.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I must have been dreaming it. But
no, somebody was throwing rocks over on your roof to make you think somebody was up there. You know?
Probably my was up there with bells.
So we got to go. But Robert, number one, we want to thank you for coming back on the show again. Yeah. We wish you and your family a great Merry Christmas and congratulations on all the great stuff going on.
Right.
Thank you. I am very blessed. It's been a wonderful year. And Merry Christmas to you guys and Happy Hanukkah to your friends. I don't know them, but any of okay. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy holidays.
Happy every shit.
I don't know.
Thank you so much, Robert. Christmas. Have a good one. Everybody watch Hulu Man. Bye.
Thanks, Robert.
Hulu. Future Man.
Future Man. Oh, Hulu Man. It's on Hulu, you guys. Future Man on Hulu. All right.
And watch Painted Lady. She's a drag queen.
Painted Woman.
Painted Woman. Painted Slut. What do I can't call her anything? Painted Whore. Who cares?
Just go and see the movie.
That's right. Just go see it. February 2nd.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, Robert. Bye.
Until the
Bye,
next
guys.
See you later.
See you.
We got a whole interview in. Yay.
He's such a nice guy.
Isn't he a nice guy, Chad?
He's a perfect kind of cat. No doubt.
He's a pal. He's a buddy. He's a good guy.
Straight shooter, Texan.
And a good sense of humor, which is so important.